Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom Alpha. My name is Swoop there and we are here in my desert mini park, which is starting to come together quite nicely. I have to be honest and toot my own horn a little bit here. I'm quite enjoying how it's looking. It is small, but it was always meant to be small because we are looking forward to the new update, I guess, the beta update coming out soon. It is due out on the 6th of December, so pretty much roughly a month from when this episode is due to come out. Apologies, I did promise a big ticket dinosaur in my last episode, but I kind of got sort of half done with a habitat and decided to delete it because I really just wasn't feeling it and I could not build any more of it. So I reset everything and I've decided to build a somewhat, I want to say it is quite ambitious, like a sort of a viewing area for the Archaeopteryx and the Microraptors. I'm going to put it in over here. I think that will be a really nice spot for it, and then I'm kind of going to have a deck out the front for people to sit on so they can kind of view this nice big lagoon or lake area. And then this keeper hut will also kind of service the Microraptor and Archaeopteryx viewing area and habitat. So that's what I'm going to do right here. And then I do have a small area here. I was initially going to go off this way and build one more habitat in here. That might still happen if I have enough time. Otherwise, I'll kind of finish things off and put a few trees around this area. I have this small area here, and a subscriber kindly commented that this could potentially be an area for a smaller dinosaur, and I do agree, so I'm going to put something in here in a future episode. And then I do have this space back here that can easily be accessed from here, or I may actually build like a pathway that comes through this, and then this is also going to be a dinosaur habitat. I am yet to decide if I'm going to push all this back a little bit and then put another one in the back here. I'm not 100% certain. I'm thinking maybe not, but I'll let you guys be the judges of that. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm going to get started on this Microraptor and Archaeopteryx house. I'm going to call it like a viewing house because the reference photo that I have for it is actually a house. It's like a holiday house. I'm not sure where it is, but it is super cool. So I'm going to try and build it to the best of my ability, and then I will chat to you guys about the two dinosaurs in the speed build, and also about some of the future of this channel. And then after that, I will see you back in the real-time part at the end. Okay guys, welcome to the speed build, and we're going to start off by talking a little bit about the Archaeopteryx because it's quite a cool little dinosaur. So its name means ancient wing, and one of my favourite facts about this dinosaur was that a scientist actually wanted to rename the Archaeopteryx after the mythical Griffin, which I think is kind of cool because my little puppy's called Griffin, but anyway, that's beside the point. Basically they decided, or the justification was that they wanted, you know, the feeling that the Archaeopteryx sounded too Darwinian, and they wanted to make, you know, the new name sound a bit more modern. Interesting facts about the Archaeopteryx: it was most notable for like its well-developed asymmetrical flight feathers. However, the jury's still out on whether the Archaeopteryx could actually fly. It had jaws with sharp teeth similar to the Velociraptor's jaws, and it was believed that the Archaeopteryx didn't actually spend that much time in the trees. So not a lot is known about how the Archaeopteryx will function in game, aside from like you can see some sort of hopping functions in the beta trailer. But the Archaeopteryx is a kind of a cool little animal. It was carnivore, so it feasted on like lizards and frogs, beetles, whatever was available for it to eat at the time. It was really small, so between 800 grams to a kilogram, and it wasn't very big, so about 50 centimeters, which is around 20 inches, so pretty small. Let's talk now also about the Microraptor. So the Microraptor was a similar size to the Archaeopteryx. It was between, 0.4 to 0.5 meters, and its sort of maximum weight was around 1 kilo. It was also a carnivore. However, really interestingly, it actually lived a lot later than the Archaeopteryx, like around 25 million years after the Archaeopteryx was living, the Microraptor actually lived, which I thought was kind of interesting because it does have 4 wings rather than 2. So the Archaeopteryx only had, the 2 wings, but the Microraptor had 4. So, it was kind of sort of discovered, and the paleontologists kind of had like a bit of a major shock because it had both wings on its front and it's also its rear limbs. However, they also sort of went on to talk about how the Microraptor was basically an evolutionary dead end, because the current birds that we know today only have 2 rather than 4 wings. So, that observation basically leads people to the conclusion that the Microraptor was an evolutionary dead end, and any 4-winged birds that actually did, evolve from that particular dinosaur must have, perished or died during the Mesozoic era, because all modern birds have evolved from feathered dinos that only had 2 wings. The Microraptor was super interesting. I really find it quite fascinating that it's still kind of unclear whether it was a glider or an active flyer. It's similar to the Archaeopteryx in that sense. They're not entirely sure whether they could actually fly. And also, recent studies have actually concluded that the Microraptor could very well have had iridescence in its plumage, which is kind of what we'd see in the PK versions of the Microraptors. So when we go into the real-time part, I'll show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I will let you guys watch the rest of the speed build in peace. I'm going to put some new music over the speed build, and I will see you in the real-time part to have a chat about the channel and also show you around. See you then, guys. Hello everyone, welcome back from the speed build. Oh, just let me turn this off so it looks a bit nicer for you guys. There we go. So we are just in the entrance. I guess if I back up here, we'll go back past the entrance. So here we have the entrance building, and then if we move forward, we can walk through the open air cafe and past the water feature and past the Hyaenodon cafe. So we'll just do that quickly and we'll head towards the Archaeopteryx and Microraptor Aviary, which you can kind of see peeking through in the back here. Never mind about Bruno just there. Okay, so we'll head through and we'll just, I've popped all these trees in obviously to shade the guests and so on. I've done something similar around the corner here, so if only we had something like Tegid Cam, it would be much smoother. Alright, so I've popped in a shade sail with some seating just here. I haven't really put any food places where you can purchase food because I've got the Hyaenodon cafe just behind us and also that restaurant near the entranceway. I could probably put a little cafe out the back here. I'm not too sure whether I will do that in the near future, but this is kind of what you're greeted with as you come to the back of the Hyaenodon cafe. The Hyaenodon habitat. We will go to the cafe later and sort of see the view that you get. So you can see the Hyaenodon through the viewing area here. I have put some garden beds in just with some simple flowers and such for now. Still haven't fixed that sign so that it's spelt correctly, so please ignore that. And then here is the entrance to the Microraptor and Archaeopteryx house. I've called it a house, but it's obviously much bigger than a house. Maybe we should be calling it an aviary, or maybe even a dome, because it is like a dome-like shape. You'll have to excuse some of the Z fighting. It was really hard to fix this flooring so that it didn't fight with each other, so there is quite a bit of that in here. But here we go. So let's head in the entrance here, and then you can either choose to turn right or left. We are going to go right because I'm going to show you the keeper entrance over this way. You can see I've got a bunch of Microraptors already in here kind of swooping around, but obviously the Archaeopteryx isn't in game yet, so we'll just head this way. Oh, hello, we might just fix that. Bit of live editing, guys. Let's just move that out of our way. We don't want to see that inside the dome itself. Good. Alright, perfect. Hide the interface again and then move forward, and we've even got a gap in the floor here. More live editing, especially for you guys. Alright, and then what we'll need to do is we'll need to cover that up with a rock because it looks super ugly. Alright, so we've popped some rocks over the flooring there so that we can not see it inside the aviary. And then what we're going to do is we are going to head this way. So you can see I've popped in a little keeper entrance. I probably should put one on this side as well with a little keeper house on the other side. I probably will do that in a future episode actually, or off camera. So the keepers can kind of come through here, and you can see it's quite large, there would be an airlock in here. So if the keeper comes through this door, they shut this door behind them, and then they're kind of in this area, and then they can come through this door. So if a Microraptor decided to swoop in here, it would kind of be stuck in this small little space and it would want to come back out into this main area. So as a guest, you'd be kind of, I guess, around this level, eye level. So you've got heaps of space where you can see them kind of gliding. They're not really flyers, so I don't think they would use the top of this space very much, but this is giving me great inspiration for future flying dinosaurs that I might be able to build something for. Maybe even, I don't know if we can build in Jurassic World Evolution 2, but I am going to try and stream it. It's going to kind of be my first stream ever. So if you guys are interested in watching me create in that, or even just I don't know, noob my way through it, I suppose, because I've never played the original, then you will enjoy that. Anyway, back to Prehistoric Kingdom. So I'm really liking how I've made this kind of pattern on the roof. I did lose that footage, unfortunately, because the hard drive that I was working on filled up and I didn't realise it stopped recording until a little bit later. But never mind. So we continue on around and we come to this kind of area where you can look out on this beautiful vista. So in order to sort of get this view, you do need to come into the Microraptor house itself. And then there's just this gorgeous place where you can come and stand right at the edge here if you want to, and you get like this beautiful view of the lake itself. And there's just a few like reeds and things around here because, you know, I assume things like that would grow. And then if you also sort of wanted to try and get a little hint or a glimpse of the baryonyx, you could do so through this area here in the Microraptor House. Otherwise you can head over to the baryonyx viewing area. So that's that. And we might go back around the other side, and then I will take you into the Microraptor House and we can have a chat about the channel. So we'll go around here and then back. This is back to the entrance. So there's only one entrance and exit. And then what we'll do is we'll head in because I wanted to show you like the iridescence, or the kind of like the color pattern on their feathers. So let's have a little look. You can kind of see here like they're kind of iridescent dark coloring, which I really like about them. And here, like as I was talking about in the speed build, you've got this wing, you've also got this wing on the bottom, and they do glide. So I might set myself up sort of around here, and then you can watch them. We'll go this way so that you can see all the nice stuff in the background. There we go. So basically, guys, you can see there's no Archaeopteryx in here yet. I don't know if they would actually go very well together, the Microraptor and the Archaeopteryx. Look at this one kind of climbing up the tree. That's so cool. But what I did want to talk about is a little bit about my channel. So I am still going to be releasing PK episodes until beta. And then I'm going to work really, really hard on beta release to get 4 or 5 episodes actually pre-recorded, because I'm going away for Christmas to see my family and I will not have access to any of my computer technology while I'm there. I will have my phone and that's about it, and my phone gets not very good coverage because it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere where I'll be. So I'm going to fly down to Tassie, have a nice Christmas, and then I'll be back on board in the new year. But there will still be content coming out slowly over that time, but it will be super slow. Most people kind of don't really watch around this time anyway, so which is totally fine. Also, I am wrapping up a project with Mrs. T-Rex on Planet Zoo. I'm thinking I will probably start something new in Planet Zoo, but it will be sort of an intermittent thing happening. So not heaps of episodes on that particular game, but it will still be coming out sort of semi-regularly. I'm also thinking of recording some Red Dead Redemption 2 episodes, but I'm not entirely sure how that will be received on my channel, because it is mainly just a building channel, and I do not by any means claim to be an expert on Red Dead Redemption. In fact, I mean, there's probably much better people to watch on there, but it might be quite funny to see me trying to do things on that game, so let me know if you're keen to see that. Otherwise, I am looking to create a new logo. I have a couple of graphic designers working on one for me at the moment. I probably could have designed it myself, but to be honest, it just was going to take me a bit too long to get exactly what I wanted, and these people do this stuff for a living. So I have employed them, and I'm waiting to hear back from them with some drafts. So once I have some that I like, I will put them on my community page, and I'll let you guys vote on the one that you like the best. And hopefully we agree and I can change my logo. It's not going to be super different, but it is going to be there will be noticeable changes. It's still going to be black and white. I kind of like the way that stands out. But aside from that, it's going to be, I don't know, it will look quite different. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off now, and I am going to go and record an intro for another video that I just finished recording the speed build for. I will see you soon in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. If you are enjoying my content, a way that you can support small creators is to like their content, to comment on their content, and obviously subscribe if you are keen to see more from that particular creator. But even just liking and commenting really helps the YouTube algorithm, convince the YouTube algorithm, I suppose, that your video is worthwhile putting out to a bunch more people, and then hopefully I can get some more people clicking into my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate your support on each and every video, and I will see you in the next one.